Hey, good morning. Good morning. It's Mark here with another morning rant. Doing pretty good. 6 o'clock. Hey, let's get into some news. What I can tell you now is they knew. They knew. Who am I talking about? I'm talking about Fox News. I'm talking about Sean Hannity, Laura Ingraham, and give me one more. Brian Kilmeade. They knew. What do they know? January 6th, when the rioters, when the insurrectionists, when the terrorists were storming the Capitol, January 6th, Brian Kilmeade, Laura Ingraham, Sean Hannity, they all text Mark Meadows. Mark Meadows was President Trump's chief of staff. They texted him and told him, you got to get this man to call it off. You got to get him to call it off. But they went on, you know what? I can show you better than I can tell you.
Listen to what Laura Ingraham texted.
Quote, Mark, the president needs to tell people in the Capitol to go home. This is hurting all of us. He is destroying his legacy, Laura Ingraham wrote.
And yet, here is how she portrayed the Capitol siege mere hours later.
Now, there were likely not all Trump supporters, and there are some reports that Antifa sympathizers may have been sprinkled throughout the crowd. I have never seen Trump rally attendees wearing helmets, black helmets, brown helmets, black backpacks, the uniforms that you saw in some of...
She don't believe what she's saying. You can tell she don't believe what she's reading from the teleprompter, and she don't believe what she's saying, because a couple of hours before that, she told him, you gotta call this thing off.
crowd shots.
They don't wear black. Brian Kilmeade made this plea.
Please get him on TV, destroying everything you have accomplished, Brian Kilmeade texted.
But then the morning news anchor made a late night appearance on Fox to say this.
I do not know Trump supporters that have ever demonstrated violence that I know of in a big situation.
And even Sean Hannity, the primetime host, whose former executive producer literally went into the White House as Trump's communications director for a time, felt the need to reach out to Meadows.
Quote, can he make...
Lucky for you, nothing keep...
Don't you hate that? Don't you hate when it happens? But, yeah. They knew. I'm going to get to that in a minute once this commercial goes off.
Ask people to leave the Capitol, Sean Hannity urged.
But of course, on his show, he downplayed the actions of those very same Trump supporters.
Like all Americans, we watched this small group of people. That was pretty
Small
big,
group.
but compared to the overall crowd, it was not the majority of people. The vast majority in Washington, D.C. today were peaceful.
No matter how they try to downplay or blame Antifa or the left or provocateurs or whatever, their texts tell the truth.
And it does. And it does. And it freaking does. They knew. They knew. But yet and still they went out. They went out and texted. They text one thing. And they went out. This is no different. This is no different than Chris Cuomo. When Chris Cuomo was reporting on his brother, or not reporting on his brother, and said, hey, I'm not going to report on my brother because that violates our integrity clause, our integrity policy, whatever. But yet and still, Chris Cuomo was going behind CNN's back and doing something else to help his brother and advise him on certain reports and things like that that were coming out, that were being investigated. This is no different. This is Fox News going to the White House, going to the president, going to his chief of staff, going to his chief of staff and saying, you got to stop this. You got to get him to call this thing off. He's going to destroy his legacy. He's going to destroy everything he worked for. You got to get him to call this thing off. And Mark Meadows was tweeting, we're texting back to them, I'm trying. I'm doing everything I can. I'm talking to him. Was he talking to him? Did he go and express his concerns, or did he go and express their concerns to the president? And what did the president do or didn't do? Because reports were coming out that Trump was watching this stuff unfold on TV. He was watching Fox News in real time and was not answering phone calls, was not answering text messages, and was not talking to anybody. He was just watching it unfold. There's a larger scheme to all of this. Now, again, Trump, just like Russia, Trump may not have been directly involved with the riot, but he did nothing to stop it. Because he wanted it to go forward. Because he thought by those people rioting, it would get Mike Pence to change his mind, reject the delegates, and cause him to get reelected. They did a PowerPoint to say that National Guard troops was going to protect his supporters. So Fox News knew. Fox News was deeply involved in this. Now you got to ask yourself, and I don't know if MSNBC, I don't know if CNN has the direct phone numbers to Trump's cabinet members, but why does Fox News have them? That you can directly text this man and say, hey, you got to get him to stop this. You got to get him to call this thing off. And then go on TV and say something totally different. Why are you reporting lies to the American people, but behind their back you're telling the truth? I know why. Because when it's time for Fox Entertainment to get sued, they go in there and say, hey, we're for entertainment purposes only. You shouldn't believe us. Tucker Carlson even goes out and says that I lie on purpose. When I'm trapped in a corner, when I'm cornered and I can't get out, I lie on purpose. I don't want to lie, but I lie on purpose. That's what Fox News does. And the nation has become so partisan lately. It's become so divided that people that watch CNN, that watch MSNBC, are not going to watch Fox News. People that watch Fox News are not going to watch CNN and MSNBC. I watch them. I watch them both. And I try to be objective. And I'm like, oh my God, I find myself arguing with the TV all the time. Because they lie, they continue to lie. And now it's coming out because Mark Meadows gave all his text messages to Congress. And Congress got those text messages. And they know who texted who when. They're putting together a timeline. At 7:30 a.m. this happened. At 9:45 a.m. this happened. At 11:15 this happened. They put together a timeline, and they got text messages. They got a timeline of text messages, and they're gonna say, okay, when did Trump know, and when did he know it, and what did he do or didn't do once he found out? So that's why they want Mark Meadows to show up. All right, we got the text messages. We got Brian Kilmeade from Fox Entertainment. We got Laura Ingraham. Excuse me. We got Laura Ingraham from Fox Entertainment. We got Sean Hannity from Fox Entertainment. They're saying at these particular times to tell the president to stop. You text back, I'm trying. What did you do or what did you say to Trump? And what did he do? Mark Meadows don't want to testify to that. That's why they had to hold him in contempt, because he's not going to show up. He turned over documents, but he's not going to show up to testify to those statements. Because everybody says that he's kowtowing to a party of one. To Trump. Trump even went out and said it, that, hey, my endorsement is the hot ticket right now. The Republican Party needs me. So they knew. Fox Entertainment knew. And they went out and lied to the American people anyway. Laura Ingraham went out and said that those are not Trump supporters. Trump supporters don't wear black helmets and brown helmets. But she was texting Mark Meadows telling him to get the president to stop this. They're not Trump supporters. Brian Kilmeade went out, said the same thing. These can't be Trump supporters. They were lying to the American people. You can tell by their faces that they were lying. They couldn't believe the words that were coming out of their own mouths. They knew. Yet they lied to their viewers. And they continue to lie to their viewers. I'm going to leave it at that, people. I'm going to leave it at that. I need to shave, I know. Leave me alone. I'm letting it grow a little bit before I shave it because I can't just shave. Today is Wednesday. Hump day, people. Wow, Wednesday already? Wow. Hey, have a great day. My grandmother's birthday is tomorrow. Rest in peace. Love you, Grandma. December 16th, 1940. January 4th, 2012. She raised me. She's missed every day. It's not a day goes by she's not on my mind. I love her, miss her. Hey, you guys have a great day. I will catch you on the next one. Fox Entertainment knew and they lied. I'm out. Y'all take care.